What's going on, guys? Happy Thursday. We got another Forza trial to help you win. And just like last week, it is a rehash from an event we had last year. This one is called Get Hyper. It's a road racing event for hypercars tuned to S2 spec. The car I decided to go with has been my favorite S2 hypercar in this game as long as I've played it, really. It's one of my favorite S2 road racing cars altogether. It's a great car. It's a 2009 Pagani Zonda Cinque Roadster. I'll show my tuning setup on the screen right now. It's called Finely Tuned S2, along with the share code. Now, originally I had this tune really specifically made for this the summer trial in Fortune Island, where you have to use hypercar. So I had a lot of negative camber. I was really focusing on smooth cornerings. There's a lot of hairpin turns at Fortune Island, but I ended up kind of dialing some of those adjustments back a little bit, make it a little friendlier for the nice roads of the regular Great Britain map. I also made the car accelerate a little better. This car is definitely suited, I'd say, more for circuit racing than super high speed racing for this tune, at least this tune specifically. Um, so I think I pretty much geared it and rehashed this tune just to pretty much be specific for this event. So you're gonna find it very beneficial if you use it. It's just a great car. I think it's the best combination of speed and handling you're gonna find in this class with these tuning parameters. It's great. I can't say anything wrong about this car, really. It's one of my favorite cars in the game. A lot of people are going to use all sorts of different cars. There's some I don't recommend at all, but people are still going to use them, like the Porsche 918 Spider. It says the handling's 10, so a lot of people are going to be like, oh, this thing handles really good. But it's so fast. This car is so fast, you're going to be spinning all over the place. You're going to be trying to fight the car from drifting if you don't use driving assist, that is. So it's definitely not a car I recommend. A lot of people are going to use like stock Bugattis. I don't recommend those, especially if they're not all-wheel drive. Like any car, you're not going to want to use a rear-wheel drive car in this game. You definitely don't want to do that. A lot of people are going to use just the stock rental cars. They're not going to have a good time with that. I don't think what other cars I could recommend if you didn't want to use the Zonda or if you didn't have it. Like I said, the stock Bugattis, I don't know, they're not rear-wheel drive, but they don't get off the line all that well. Like the Chiron is okay. I definitely like the Lego Chiron a lot better if you guys have the Lego pack. Excuse me, I've seen a lot of people use that, and it's really fast. Alternative cars, let's see, what else could I recommend? I think the McLaren Senna with the right tune is very capable for this event. Let's see. The LaFerrari is one of my favorite cars in this game. It's also very good. The Zenvo TSRS is a decent choice. A lot of people are going to use the Pagani Huayra BC. It's also good. It's a little slow for my liking. It handles pretty well, but I think for me it's just a little too slow for this event. I would definitely pick the Zonda over the Huayra BC. I've not used the regular 2012 Pagani Huayra, so I don't know if that car is that good at all. But I would definitely steer clear of any stock car, any car rear-wheel drive, or any car with speed over like 8.7. I think that is pushing it. For me, I wouldn't use anything over like an 8.3 speed for this event. It's just going to be sliding all over the place. Even if it says the handling's 10, when you keep jacking up the speed, it dials back the handling and it makes it worse. Believe me, you're going to want something that has a good balance of speed and handling, not something that's just purely speed, because there's circuit racing and it's just bad if you have a fast car that can't handle well. I will say I've seen a few different tunes for this Zonda that I'm recommending here. You can mess around with it if you want to build your own tune. Like you can make the car lighter, and you can actually increase the track width on the wheels and tires, but you're gonna have to sacrifice something like taking some of the thickness off the tires, which for me, I don't recommend doing that. Like, it's not going to reflect in the stats for the vehicle that it's doing anything negative, but I think it makes the handling go down. When you get into these really high-powered, fast cars, you're going to want, all the tire you can get, even if it says in the stats it doesn't affect it. It does. At least I can tell that dig. I actually messed around with a tune that had the wider track width, and it had slimmer tires on the back, and it might have been on the front, slimmer tires on the front, that's what it was, and had different wheels. It just handled completely different for me. Just you want the fattest tires you can get for my. That's what I want for my preference. That's what I want. I want fat tires. That's why I think this tune for my Pagani is just it's great. It's fantastic. Um, let's see, what else can I say about this trial today? Oh, it's a lot easier than last week's, that's for sure. I know a lot of people were struggling last week with that stupid Easter buggy trial. It's probably worse this time around than it was last year. I know a lot of people were commenting on my video, which is actually my highest viewed Forza video put out, so thank you guys for watching that video. It's fantastic. Hopefully I was able to help you out in some way and give you some insight. But a lot of people were needing help, so I was trying to help people out as much as I could throughout the week. It was just rough. Hopefully you guys ended up getting that thing completed. This week, it's take a breath. It's not as bad this week. It's fairly easy this week. Not too bad at all. Just fast cars, but it's a lot easier to complete. Your teammates are gonna put you in better positions to win. AI is not blistering fast in this event. I will say I'm gonna apologize for the first two races for my my footage here for my gameplay. I just got home from work. I didn't practice or anything. I was just trying to get this done. Got stuff to do today, but I still won. Once I got out in front, it was pretty smooth sailing, per usual. But the first two races, it was a little sloppy for me. I know in practice last couple days for race 2, when I was really on it, I was running like 48.3 second laps, and my fastest lap today was like a 49 something. So it was definitely off. But it was still fast. So in the right hands, this car is fantastic. Race 3, I put up 2 really good laps. The first lap was just a nightmare because the AI was all over the place. I thought it was actually going to be decent once I got past the initial start, but then I had one of the AIs just completely steer me into a wall, so I had to kind of catch up a little bit. But once I got out in front, it was easy. This car it practically drives itself. I say that about a lot of my tunes, but this one I mean it. This car is great. Race 1 was pretty easy too. Once you get out in front, it's not too bad. Hopefully you guys get these events done for this week. Let me know down in the comments what car you decide to use, what tune you decide to use. If you use mine, that's fantastic. I would love to hear about it. Give it a go. You won't be disappointed, I don't think. It's a great car. Yeah, let me know down in the comments what worked for you, if your teammates helped you and all that stuff. And I will see you guys next week.